What's up, you guys? So I am back and I wanted to talk about what's going on in the headlines today with Nia Long. There's a headline that she has filed for full custody of her 11-year-old son, Kez, that she has with Ime Udoka. And you guys all remember the cheating scandal last fall when Ime Udoka was exposed for cheating on Nia Long, and it publicly embarrassed her and it publicly embarrassed her son. So we're going to get into that today because it's actually much deeper than the headlines. You guys know I like to do my research. I dug into the court records, and it's much deeper than just filing for full custody. Anytime somebody files for full custody, you have to know it's much deeper than just the fact that they're filing. Like, they're filing for a reason. And allegedly, according to these court documents, Ime Udoka has not been supporting his son. So we're going to get into that today. But first, if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe and click the bell so that you're notified every time I make a video. So it's being reported by The Blast that Nia Long is asking a judge to grant her full custody of her 11-year-old son with Ime Udoka following his infidelity scandal. And according to the documents, Nia Long wants a court to determine that she should have sole physical and legal custody of her child, Kez, and to give Udoka visitation. Just visitation. And so the whole court case is to determine a parental relationship. That's the goal of the court case. Because they're not married, it's not like a divorce or a separation. The whole goal of the court case is to determine a parental relationship. And the relationship she wants is for her to have full custody and for him to have visitation. And one of the things she has listed is that he is not supporting his son. So we're going to go ahead and get into the court documents because it is a lot. So in the court documents, and I'll only show you a few screenshots of the documents because I don't want to expose like a lot of things, but I just want to show you that the petitioner is Nia Long. You can see right here where it says Long Nia petitioner, and then her lawyer is Samantha Faith Spector, who is a celebrity attorney, and then Ime Udoka is the respondent. So you guys remember, Nia Long is a petitioner and Ime Udoka is a respondent, because there's a lot to these court documents. Even a restraining order, it's a type of restraining order that she's filed against the respondent, who is Ime Udoka. So you can see all of this. This case was just initiated 4 days ago, August 18th. You see there's a petition to determine parental relationship, family law case cover sheet, and a declaration. This declaration has to do with the child custody agreement. So let's get into that. Okay, so this is being filed in Los Angeles, and it says that Nia Long gave birth to the child Kez Sunday Long Udoka in November of 2011, and at the present time, he's 11 years old. And it says that the court has jurisdiction because he lives in the state. He lives in California, and the respondent had sexual intercourse in this state. So because the son was conceived in California, they're saying that it is a court case that should be tried in California. And then it says, number 5, petitioner claims, and it says check all that apply. A, respondent is a parent of the children listed in item 2 above. Now, again, the respondent is Ime. It's ticked off that he is the parent. And then B, this one is not ticked off. Parentage has been determined by a voluntary declaration of parentage or paternity. So that one's not ticked off. But then letter C, this is the one that's interesting. Letter C is ticked off for respondent, Ime Udoka, is the children's parent and has failed to support the children. He has failed to support his child. That is what Nia Long is saying in this declaration. And so not only was he not faithful to her, but allegedly he wasn't supporting his child according to these court documents. And that's why I say it's deeper than it looks. Like when you see the headline, Nia Long has filed for custody, it's always deeper. When somebody files for custody, it's always deeper. And in this case, she is claiming that he's failed to support his child. So in the next document, they give the addresses, and the addresses are confidential, but it does show that initially for the first 9 years, the son lived in California with both of his parents. And then briefly, they lived in New York again with both of his parents. And they had just moved to Boston in July of 22. when all of this happened in September of 22. So she had just moved to Boston like for 2 months. So Nia Long had only been in Boston for 2 months when all of this happened, like the cheating scandal and everything. She had just moved to Boston. And then it says in October of 22, that's when they moved back to California. So her son has been living specifically with her. Like it says, previously he lived with the parents in each of the addresses, but this particular address, it says that he lives with Nia Long. He lives with his mother only. So it seems that Nia Long is taking care of their son solely. Like she's filing for sole custody because she's the only one taking care of him. And she's indicated that it's her allegation that Ime Udoka has not been supporting his son. So Ime Udoka has yet to respond. Again, this was just 4 days ago. So we'll be following this case, but at this point he hasn't responded. But I also want to let you guys know that there is a type of restraining order included in the case. It is a standard restraining order. It has to do with parentage and custody and support. And it says to the respondent, to Ime Udoka, you have been sued. Read the information below and on the next page. And then it says who's suing you, Nia Long. And then the information, if you go down to the information below, it says starting immediately, you and every other party, which would include Nia Long, are restrained from removing from the state or applying for a passport for the minor child or children for whom this action seeks to establish a parent-child relationship or a custody order without the prior written consent of every other party and an order of the court. So if either one of them wanted to take the child out of state, they need either written consent from everyone involved in this case or an order from the court. And they say this is standard. I just think it's so sad that it's come to this. But leave a comment and let me know what you think. What do you think about Nia Long filing for full custody and pretty much exposing that Ime Udoka has not been taking care of his son? It's concerning to me because even though the relationship is over with him and Nia Long, obviously he still has a relationship with his son and should still be supporting his son. Just because he's not with Nia Long anymore doesn't mean that he can walk away from his son as well. So even though I hope the allegations aren't true, I can see them being true, unfortunately. That's my personal opinion. It's Nia Long's allegations. And again, we will be following this case. But leave a comment and share your thoughts. As always, thanks for watching.